Open, Henry Ford dies and goes to heaven. St. Peter tells him upon arrival, "You were a good boy. Your invention, the car, completely changed the world. As a reward, you will be able to spend time with whoever you want. I would like to spend it with my first man, Adam." When he meets Adam, Henry Ford tells him, "Hey, aren't you the inventor of the woman?" "Well, yes," Adam answers. "Know that your invention has some shortcomings. 1. The body has some large protrusions in front. 2. It shakes a bit at high speed. 3. The back swings too much. 4. The absorption pipe is too close to the emission pipe." "Let it be," Adam exclaimed and went to the computer. He checks some data, then returns to Henry Ford. "My invention may have some design flaws, but you should know that, according to statistical data, more men ride my invention than yours." A driver was speeding at 150 kilometers per hour. He sees the beacon of a police car in mirror and accelerate. After a while, he sees that he cannot escape from the policeman and pull to the right. The policeman tells him, "I had a terrible day and I want to get home peacefully. But I enjoyed the chase. So give me a good excuse and I'll let you go." "3 weeks ago, my wife ran away with a policeman," says the driver. "When I saw you in the back, I thought you wanted to bring it back to me. Father and daughter. Maria, yesterday I saw you making love to a young man in a car. Who is he? What color was the car? A driver goes to service. I want to change these. The mirrors? Yes. Every time I look in them, a fool is following me." 3 candidates take their driving test. The reviewer says, "You are in the mountains and driving on a narrow road at 80 kilometers per hour. To the left is the mountain, to the right, the precipice. Suddenly, a young woman and an old woman appear in front of you. What are you stepping on?" The old woman, that's a pity for the little girl, answers first. The girl, because she has more chances to survive the accident, answers the second. Both, that any turn is dangerous in these conditions, says the third. "You're all stupid," the instructor snaps at them. "The brakes must be stepped on, you bastards. A driver gets stuck and didn't know why the engine stopped. A horse nearby says to him, 'Go to the carburetor.' The stunned driver runs to the first pub where he tells the people what happened to him. 'Keep calm,' someone tells him. He knows a few things, but he doesn't know how to use carburetors. A specialist in computers and a specialist in cars were contradicting each other. If I made cars, they would be twice as fast and consume less gasoline. If you were making cars, when you pressed the brake pedal, it would appear on a screen. Do you want a brake right now? You men wouldn't even stop asking which way to go. Better lose 2 extra hours on the road.' Him. We lose 2 hours, but we make up at the parking lot with the back. A man behind the wheel of a car. It is night, and he is very tired after many hours of driving. At one point, pull right for a nap. He doesn't even get to sleep well when someone knocks on his window and asks him, 'Don't worry, do you have a watch?' Nervously, the man answers, 'It's 4:30. He goes back to sleep. After some time, he hears another knock on the window. 'Don't be upset, do you have a watch?' Even more nervously, he answers, 'It's 5 to 10. Then write on a large piece of paper, 'I don't know what time it is.' He sticks the sheet on the window and goes to bed. A third knock is heard on the window. He was a different guy. 'What else do you want me?' asked the driver, very nervous. 'It's 10:05. The exam for obtaining the driver's license.' The blonde gets into the car. 'Thank you, you failed,' says the examiner. 'How can I fail when I haven't even started?' 'You sat in the back seat.' 'My dear, I think our car has water in the engine.' 'My dear, do you even know where the engine is?' 'Yes, in the car.' 'And where is the car?' 'In the lake.' A driver, wanting to protect his car against thieves and not having money for an alarm, leaves a note on the car's windshield. 'Radio, faulty, petrol, missing, engine, missing components.' In the morning, he finds his car on the hubs and another note on which he wrote, 'So he doesn't need wheels anymore.' A Trabi was driving on a road and suddenly its engine breaks down. He pulls to the right and a Lamborghini, the last guy, appears. The driver of the Lamborghini takes pity on the Trabi driver and stops to tow him. The Trabi driver agrees, but he asks something else. Okay, but I have a Trabi and please don't step on it too hard. The driver of the Lamborghini approves. The cars start. Everything is going well until a Ferrari appears on the street. The driver of the Lamborghini looks with disdain at the one of the Lamborghini. He gets angry and challenges him to a race. Both accelerate, ignoring the Trabi, which is honking its horn madly. By chance, a reporter is on the side of the road. The next day, it was published in the newspaper. And on top of that, so that you can see that yesterday the world was under the influence of an unknown radiation, I saw a Ferrari and a Lamborghini racing madly, and behind them a Trabi honking nervously to make room. A policeman pulls over a car driving in a zigzag pattern, suspecting that the driver has been drinking. The agent opens the door, and the driver collapses, groaning on the asphalt. "So, you're so drunk you can't even walk," says the policeman. "Exactly. Now do you understand why I took the car?" A policeman stops a blonde. "Please show me your driver's license." "Come on, guys, don't you talk to each other?" "Yesterday, a colleague of yours also took my license. Where can I give to you?" One day, at a gas station, he stops a blonde. He goes inside, buys something, and returns to the car. When he got to the car, the doors were locked and the keys in the ignition. The blonde goes to the seller and says, "Sir, can't you help me? I left the car and forgot to take my keys, and the doors were locked. Don't you have any windows open?" The blonde remembers that the window is slightly cracked on her side because she smokes. The salesman gives him a wire and tells him to go and try to pull the safety up and the door will open. The blonde goes to the car and gets to work. A friend of the seller enters the gas station and says, "Let me tell you something. There is a blonde outside." "I know." "Wait, let me tell you. Outside the car there is a blonde who is struggling to open the door with a wire. And in the car there is another blonde who tells her more to the left and more to the right. The girl comes to her father and asks, "Dad, me and my friend, can we use the car?" "Yes, but it doesn't have gas." "It's nothing. We're not leaving the garage." A truck is followed at a short distance by a luxury car. At one point, the latter overtook, and when she reached the cab of the truck, she rolled down the window and a gorgeous blonde, cute and with blue eyes, shouted to the driver of the truck, "Hey, I'm Julie, and I'm blonde. You see that the goods fall from the truck in the back." The driver nothing. The phase is repeated several times, with the same result. At one point, the truck pulls right at a fast food restaurant. Visibly irritated that her good intentions were in vain, blonde Julie goes straight to the guy. "Listen, I'm Julie and I'm blonde, and I've been telling you for an hour that you're losing the goods from the truck. Are you deaf or playing tricks?" "I'm John. I'm dark-haired. I'm not deaf. I'm not a trickster. I spread salt on the road." A driver driving a car meets a blonde hitchhiker on the side of the road with a canister in her hand. The man stops and takes it. "What do you have in the canister?" "Gasoline." "Why do you need gas if you walk?" "I know about you. How we enter the forest, how we run out of gas." An old man drives a Fiat 500 down the road and collides with a BMW full of mobsters. The mobsters start yelling at the old man about why he broke their car and demand compensation of €5,000. To which old man says, "No problem." He goes and opens the trunk, takes one of the 3 suitcases he had, all full of money, takes out 2 bundles of money and hands them to the mobsters. The surprised mobsters ask him where he got so much money, to which the old man tells them that he deals with rabbit hunting. Desperate for money, the mobsters agree to meet the old man and teach them how to hunt rabbits. A week later, the mobsters arrive in a village and ask a little girl where the old man who hunts the rabbits lives. Finding the address, they leave and come across a big castle with bodyguards around it. The mobsters approach one and tell him to call the old man who hunts the rabbits. The bodyguard takes out his cell phone, dials a number and says, "Boss, here come the rabbits."